Hi, my name is Michelle Grajkowski, and I'm the director of the Wisconsin Business World Program. We travel all across the state teaching students on the importance of business, entrepreneurism, and the free market. But most importantly, our message is simple. Business is a force for good. The COVID-19 pandemic drastically changed our programming this year. We had to cancel 20 events this spring, including our two Business World summer camps, which are the highlight of our year. So we were super disappointed. So we share in that disappointment that many of you are feeling right now with all of your end of year activities, your sports, and your important events that have all been canceled. But we sat back and we really thought about it, and in dark times, there really is always a light. So we created this essay contest so that students could share the incredible things that they're seeing in their communities and to highlight the important roles that businesses are playing across the state. I'm proud to say that we had almost 200 entries, all of which were so insightful and so well written in both our middle school and high school contests. To pick the best of the best was a real challenge. But I'm so excited today to introduce you to one of our incredible winners from our high school competition. Jordyn is a junior from Muskego High School, and her essay was just amazing. It really stood out among the crowd, and we're just so excited to talk to her today to go over some of the things that she learned. Hi, Jordyn. Congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
Great. So as we launch into your summer and the end of your school year, looking back, can you share with us how the COVID-19 pandemic affected you and your community and why it was really important for you to enter the Business as a Force for Good essay contest?
So, this has impacted both of my parents' jobs. I'm a swimmer. I have been for years, and I was supposed to go to junior nationals this March, and sadly that was canceled. My freshman sister missed her freshman year of high school track, and my fourth grade sister missed her fourth grade walkout for elementary school. All of these are not world-ending situations. However, they did leave an impact on us and my family. My mom was the one who introduced the essay to me, and I looked at all the amazing and wonderful things that were going on in my community. And I looked at the details and the requirements for the essay, and I felt that it would not be that hard to write one. A big highlight in my essay was food and like restaurants. Here in the city of Muskego, there's a ton of them, and my family will go out every Friday for food. Normally it would have been something like a food chain, but now that this is all going on, a lot of the cities here, or a lot of the restaurants here need the support. So we've been going out and trying to eat at the local restaurants here in Muskego. Another thing that I didn't get the chance to highlight in my essay, but has recently become a big thing here, is Muskego Strong. The teachers and students have been making t-shirts that say Muskego Strong, and the profits from the community are going to gift cards from local restaurants and businesses. So I thought that was pretty exciting that, the city was able to kind of come together as one Muskego Strong.
That is so wonderful to hear. And that's exactly the kind of thing that we were looking for in our essays, just to really show how communities are pulling together and the things that you're seeing. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. After reading the hundreds of essays, we've seen countless examples of students writing about how businesses are helping their communities. Throughout this process of writing your essay, can you share some examples of how businesses have impacted your community or the state of Wisconsin as a whole?
So I highlighted three businesses or corporations, if you will, here in Wisconsin, obviously. The first one was Quick Trip. I go there for gas and for food, and a lot of the times the students at Muskego High School will drive to Quick Trip down the road and just sit in the parking lot and eat food and just hang out. So I thought that it was kind of exciting to read about how they were making sure that they were keeping their shelves stocked. And the biggest thing that stood out to me was that the headquarters in La Crosse was giving out $26,000 in bonuses to their employees because it was important to them to make sure that, even during these hard times, they were still going to get some help that they may need. The second place that I highlighted was SC Johnson. They were working with Save the Children down in Racine, which is where it's based, and they donated $1 million to Save the Children to help with teaching kids information on hygiene, nutrition, and social and emotional support. And I think that this is important because these kids are probably really confused as to what's going on, why they can't be in class with their friends, why they can't see their teachers, why they can't, just go out and play with their friends. So teaching them about this stuff and what's exactly going on is really important. The third place that I highlighted was Grajkowski. My mom works there, so she helped me a little bit with this and told me about the technology and the innovation that went into making their own masks for their employees. So I thought that was kind of cool how, all three of these places are giving back to their employees or children or even their cities and communities.
That's fantastic. And that was one of the things that really stood out in your essay to me was actually Grajkowski and how they were taking they do community events and they had t-shirts from old t-shirts that they had from last year that they actually turned into face masks, which I just thought was just really, really cool to see. So thank you for those examples. And that is exactly what we're looking for is business being a force for good. A final question for you. Businesses across the state of Wisconsin continuously demonstrate why business is a force for good, especially now more than ever during this pandemic. What lessons did you learn on the impact of importance of business in the community?
The biggest lesson I think I learned was just in general how, we're giving to these local businesses and restaurants and they're giving back. So like I said, on Friday nights we go out to eat. So I would go and I'd pay for really good food and I'd get really good food. And so it's kind of a win-win situation in that way, even during, this whole pandemic that's going on. A lot of the stuff that I was reading on social media, like Facebook and Instagram, was about how people are stepping up, like the teachers and the students who are making the t-shirts for profit to help support these businesses here. I thought that was kind of exciting here, especially considering that social media kind of runs the world at this point. So to be able to get the word out about that kind of stuff is really important. I guess my final note is that I hope that people read my essay and they'll learn about the importance of supporting these small and even big businesses or corporations here, and that all of this, they can come out from this pandemic and become stronger than they went in, especially considering what is all going around and going on. So.
That's fantastic, Jordyn, and thank you for everything that you wrote. It was just amazing to read, and I hope everyone goes out and jumps on our website and reads Jordyn's essay because it really does embody what we were trying to get across with the importance of businesses and how they're pulling our communities together and how communities are pulling themselves together too. So thank you so much, Jordyn, for all your time and your work on it. It was great. To read Jordyn's essay or to read any of the other winners from the 4 middle school and 3 high school winners, along with all of our honorable mentions. We had so many great essays that it was really hard to choose. So we have a list with links to some other wonderful honorable mentions as well. And Jordyn, thank you again so much for all of your work on this essay. It was so nice meeting you, and we are just so pleased with, to give you the cash prize with this. You really deserve it.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to win this and help people figure out what's going on and ways to support.
Yes, you're welcome.